Welcome back to another Sorare video. It is currently 7:27 a.m. and the new set just launched 2.5 hours ago, and there's a ton of connection issues. So I've loaded up all my tabs. So that's why I have it a bit different. We're gonna try to do our opening set. So that's the goal, was when we try to do this after. But we'll go through the last week. I messed up, and I probably shouldn't have done an all-star team because it was a bit risky with 3 of the players. I should have probably not done that, and I got relegated as a result, and we were nowhere near. There wasn't much going on midweek. It was more the Champions League and the CONCACAF Nations Cup for myself. We had a decent team here, not bad here. I have a tendency to captain the wrong people, as proven on this one here. If I'd captained, like, obviously one of these guys here, probably could have got plus 300, above 300 points. Would have been a better week overall. Overall, not bad. That was a bad midweek, I'm going to be very honest. There wasn't much going on. We did a lot. I focused more on set to try to get as many gems for this new set that just came out today, and we were able to. We got 26, so that wasn't too bad. Going into the weekend though, it's currently live. It's obviously finishing today, and I don't believe there's any games. 3,000 essence, but it's not as good as it seems. So number one, first of all, we hit 380 with our Team 1 of Premier League. The issue is, as you can see, if I'd captained anybody of these 3, it probably could have got to 400, whatever. Not the end of the world. The main goal was to hit 360. We did. So that's the first thing. This one was just... the less we talk about it, the better. Going into France, again, I hit another one here. A lot of people in the French leagues had a really, really, really good week because a lot of people hit 360 plus. Like, I hit 374 and I was 58th, whereas I hit 384 in the Premier League and I was 5th. Like, it was a crazy week. I even had a solid one here, just, let's be honest, because of RC Lons. I luckily captained Vitinha here, because if I had done any of the other 3, I think that would have been bad, apart from Nuno Mendes. And I captained good enough here, but it wouldn't have made any difference, really. So we've got another 2 streaks there. And this is my point about captaining. I did Borja Iglesias, and he got 57, but I think if I had done Sotelo, we get a lot closer to that 303, that 360 target. Because he was, like, if we add 50% to this, that's another 45 points. So we aren't probably hitting it, but we're close. This one was just... I thought Levante were going to win comfortably, and they did. But Oviedo did well, and Marici just had a horrendous game, which is very unlike him. So I was a bit shocked at that. And obviously Valverde got a red card. Pedri was the only one that did well. Moving on to Bundesliga. Really frustratingly, we were so close. Jan Diamande, Kimmich, Stanisic all did well. Wouter Berger actually had a very solid game for losing 5-0. I did Wouter Berger because he's consistently good at getting decent scores. And I expected Stuttgart to not concede that much to Augsburg, and they conceded 2, so Nubel didn't get a great score. This one was not bad. It started okay with these 2, and it kind of just fell off. I mean, 3 goals conceded is always difficult. Error to a goal, and I thought Claude Maurice might have a decent game, even if they lost, and he didn't really. It gets very painful in MLS if it's going to load. I might not. The Sorare website is horrendous right now. Okay, it does load. So, as you can see, we were trying to hit a 340 target. 8 points away and 16 points away. Learning from my lesson, we have fixed this issue here, the do not play. Annoyingly, this is why I'm talking about that I've captained the wrong person. If I had done anybody but Harrington, even if I did Jesus Ferreira, we hit that target, we get 1,500 essence, ready to then do 2 essence things. I captained the wrong person. I should have done one of these, like anybody else, literally. Same thing happened with Rosenberry. I thought he was going to play, and I believe... I can't remember who it was who played ahead of him, but Rosenberry started the game the last week, so I thought he was going to start again with Reggie Cannon's injury. Again, very solid, but keeper letting me down as well because I do not play. And then this one. If I was obviously captain Toffolo, I would have hit the target. But This wasn't a horrendous score. Atencio came on with 25 minutes left, and he had... This was above target, below target. It was fluctuating constantly because he went up to like 51 score at one point, and then he went down to like 38. Then he went back up to 49, and he was going up and down, up and down. Frederick went up to 74 at one point, but then dropped. If he had stayed above 70, I would have done it. But we fixed this, and I'll show that in a second. And then I kind of doubled down on Tovan. And we had a ridiculous score for both of these. This was an insane score. But look at this. 2 goals, a brace from a centre-back. I'm really frustrated because obviously most of my score comes from him, 105, and 134. Which leaves like 100 for these 3 combined. Imagine I had Tovan here, Yan Diamande, and then Safanov in here. That's a good like 450 plus. They would have been good. But moving on to this bit, I've purchased 4 goalkeepers. So I sold one of my goalkeepers from Frankfurt for I think $9. So I've grabbed Stefan, who's a starter for Colorado, like he did a couple of bits of injury. Pantomis, who's a starter for Portland. Roman Berkey, who I know he's 34 or 35 now, but he's the starter for St. Louis. And then Puskamp, he's a starter for SKC. He had a bad game against Colorado because they won like, I can't remember, what was the score for Colorado? It was like 4-1. Yeah, so he's not going to have a great score. But that fixes this issue and this issue. Because, for example, if I had Pantomis in goal here, he probably scores... Oh, I shouldn't have clicked that. He probably might get us close to that 70 mark to then do that. Stefan in goal, Berkey in goal, anybody in goal, we hit the target here. So, we now have 5 starting goalkeepers, including Foray, so we should be good. Hopefully, in getting the next MLS one in about, I think it's like this week here, 3rd and 7th. Maybe it's 33rd, I don't know. But, not horrendous. Right. I am going to try and start my claimer pack. My favourite league, let's go Premier League. We'll use my favourite club. I think I'm going to go Newcastle. But is it a safe bet to go Crystal Palace because they're in the Conference League? No, I'm going Newcastle. Okay, first pack. I've got somebody who isn't Newcastle. So that's great. Mamadashvili's not bad. Jacob Ramsey, okay. Matt Sells, okay. That's good for Europe. Oh my God, we've got 10 players. Ryan Christie's not bad. He's pretty consistent. Carl Darlow plays a lot of games. Ryan, that's not great. Justin, okay. Cole Palmer's good. Okay, that's not actually that bad. Right, we've got one of these already. I have 5,000. I'm just curious, is this the same? I don't think this is going to work because of the connections. But in the market, we should have a free daily pack, right? We do. I mean, these should all be new. Maffeo, that's pretty solid. Okay. Broher, useless. Gobo's pretty good. He's had a pretty good last couple of months. So we want to buy a pack. I'm going to do Premier League. So I have enough gems to buy 2 silvers. I'm going to do that. That is not what I want. That's pretty good. Not really. Frimpong, okay. Somerville, not bad, but he's kind of missed the last couple of games. Everything's under maintenance. It's so funny. Rodrigo Gomez, okay. Tariq Mitchell, not bad. O'Reilly, okay. Chris Richards, good. Ruben Diaz, good. Okay, that's actually not too bad at all. We're just going to bump and do... I think I got 5k. Yeah, I got 5k. Odeber, bad. 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 Oh my God. Have they nerfed these? Because that is a horrendously bad pack. Kepper, bad. Bad. Santi Bueno, pretty good. The doggies just... Yeah, yay, plus 10% on Rodon. Ugh. I'm just going to open loads of packs, by the way. Like, I'm going to use the 5k now. Reece Nelson, bad. That's bad. He's been underperforming. Okay. Not bad. Enzo Lefebvre. He comes on more as a sub, though, Lefebvre. That's kind of the issue with him now. Oh, God. This is this. I've got Tyreek Mitchell again. I swear I already had him. I got Nico Gonzalez twice. Sven Botman's not bad. I got a load of daily boosts. I don't know what's happening here, but bad. Never starts. Yeah. Good. Ryan again. Okay. Let's do our spins. They better carry on from the last time. Oh, you bastards. I was on 9 out of 10. Alright. Great start. We got the worst possible thing. Oh, you fucks. If I can get one more pack, I'm happy. I'll do a La Liga one. Is that going to be enough? Oh, where's it all gone? What? Alright, the connection's clearly not really work. Oh, wait. 700, nowhere near. I got nobody to play today. Brilliant. So, we've started. Alright, brilliant. It just says winter. Like, the website's not really working at all. But, so, we should be doing good. I mean, I assume the targets are the same. Ooh. No, is that the same? That is the same, isn't it? Yeah, it is. 280, 320, 360. I will build this when the connection stabilizes later on in the day or tomorrow, whenever. Because I guarantee nothing's going to come up. No, look. Nothing's happening. So, we've started out. It doesn't exist in set, so clearly they're still working on some stuff. But yeah, thank you very much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next episode. Goodbye.